Yep, that's good. Oh, hello there. Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Johnny Baghead, as always. And I'm back on camera. Look at that. Wow. I'm going to try and still take it easy with my throat. Don't want to do anything too strenuous with the chords. But I think I'm well enough to be on camera again in all my bagged glory. Yes. And here we are. So what's on the docket today? So I think I might have hinted about this. I can't remember if I actually directly ever said this was the plan. But after we did... I've done it in a weird order because I started with Super Metroid with my Metroid games. But I guess just, you know, because of what Metroid, what Super Metroid is, it made sense to me to start there. But from there, we're now working our way chronological. So we started with Metroid Zero Mission, which is the retelling of Metroid 1. Though, like, there's a lot of new content in there. That's one of my favorite Metroid games, actually, is Zero Mission. But the only real issue with it is just how short it is, but there's not much you could have done to fix that because of what it was based on. And now we're going to play some Metroid 2. Now, let's get into this. So the first reason I want to do this is because I was thinking after Super Metroid, oh, I should play Fusion. And then I thought, and realised, like, how much of Metroid Fusion's, like, there's a lot of, like, tech storytelling, but also a lot of the environmental storytelling in that game requires knowledge of Metroid 2. Now, Metroid 2 came out, I think, like, 91 on the Game Boy, like, original Game Boy. And I've messed with that version a few times, and it's, like, technically impressive, but much like the original Metroid, it's, like, just a bit too old jank for me to get into it. And it's a very, it's on Game Boy, it's a very simple game. Now, there's Metroid Samus Returns on the 3DS, which I've played, and is great. And we are going to stream that one day, though I need to sort some stuff out because I don't have any way to capture a 3DS. So I'm going to have to find a way of getting my stuff into a, let's say, an alternative method. But it's going to take some work. But I wanted to have a look at a different, let's call it a different Metroid 2 remake. Which I was surprised, I was curious about it. I would have thought Nintendo maybe would have gone after it, but no, it is a category on Twitch still. Which is weird, because I would have thought, fan game categories, like, there's a good chance that could get something in trouble on Twitch, but there you go. So I'll go out for this from the front. I have played AM2R before, which is what we're playing today. It was quite a few years ago. Probably not a long or around the... No, you know what? Because I didn't get Samus Returns when it launched. But it was a couple of years ago. But I did play them like kind of close to each other. At the time, I was still a Mac gamer, TM. This was before the days where Death Stranding was going to be on Mac, so it was a terrible time, as you can imagine. Oh. But I was on Mac. There was a Mac version, but it seemed to only work on older Macs. It just constantly crashed for me, or like if you tried to launch it, it would just crash. It like wouldn't even get to the start screen. That version never seemed to, like, it worked once, and then I updated my OS once, and then just stopped working, and there was no official support for it. So my only option at the time, outside of like boot camp stuff, and I don't think my boot camp install was good enough to handle it, is I played through the game on the PlayStation TV which is basically a PlayStation Vita, but instead of it a portable console, it's like a box, like a very small box that you plug like a AC, Ethernet, HDMI cable, and SD ports or something. I forget what it is. It might be a Duo thing because of Sony's stupid proprietary stuff. But it's basically, yeah, like a small Vita in a box, but without any of the like actual portable gaming thing. And that's where I played through the game, and I had a lot of fun. But that version had a lot of issues, and I'll go into it. We'll talk about that as we go through. And there's some like funny stories behind that stuff, like I, heard talking to people and stuff that was kind of happening around that. Just checking a few. Okay, let me close that. Sorry. If someone brings up, I'll talk about it. But some news dropped recently about a certain streaming platform site. I wonder if you could guess which one. But here, we'll get into the game now. So here we are. Hang on, I've got it muted right now. Because the window's active even if it's not your top window. Okay, I think that's... Okay, that's probably about where I want it. Yep, there we go. Yeah. I think I'm going to turn my headphones down a little bit. There we go. Alright, so let me just get my window arrangement right. So I like to have a way to see myself on camera. There we go. So here we are. This is AM2R, the fan game. I'm terrible with names, so I don't remember the name of the original creator, but there's the URL here. No, you cannot find the game at this original URL because it got cease and desisted like the day it came out, I think, or like the week it came out. But you can find information about it on Metroid 2 Remake.blogspot.com. But this is the community maintained version. That's the name of their Reddit there. That's Reddit/r/AM2R. And this has a bunch of community patches and updates. You can also do mod stuff, but I'm not messing with any of that. But it's a big community update that's like fixed bugs that weren't originally fixed. Some stuff that was known to be planned for an official update but never got to happen. And just some other general like stuff that the community wanted added. So I don't know how different this will be from the version I played. I've only messed around with it a little bit just to get my controls and everything set up. Here, let me just erase this. One issue I had, which I'm surprised hasn't been fixed, because I don't know why, I have a vague memory of having this issue before. If you use a PlayStation 4 controller, it will be recognized, but not like, it won't officially recognize it, so it won't show you the actual names of the buttons. It'll just say button 1, button 2 for it. And the default options is very weird. It feels like it's trying to kind of emulate Super Metroid's mapping. But then there's other weird stuff, like it won't recognize a D-pad if you're using a PlayStation 4 controller. Luckily, I just have tons of controllers, so I swapped over to my Xbox One Elite controller, and this recognizes it as a 360 controller. And that made the button mapping make a bit more sense. But we'll quickly look at it. There is a lot of customization here, where you can make the controls closer to Super Metroid or Zero Mission, and I tend to go for Zero Mission style. So that's what I've gone for here. But this is a fresh save, because like I said, my original playthrough was on the PlayStation TV. And I mean, it's just like bonus modes and stuff you unlock, so we can look at that when we're done anyway. Alright, Metroids. Numerous incidents in the past have brought to light the highly destructive power of these life forms, spreading fear across all known planetary systems. Hoping to secure peace in the galaxy, the Galactic Federation ordered the extermination of the Metroid species. I was the best candidate for the job. Once again, I find myself standing alone against the Metroid menace. What horrors await me within the depths of their homeworld? So here we go. But yeah, this is... I don't know too much about the development. If you want to read all the stuff about it, you definitely want to go with that Blogspot site. But I think this took like 10 years or something. Like, it's one guy who did pretty much all of the game. It's all original assets, even though they look very authentic and close to the style. So yeah, this just show you, yeah, this is... I'd say the movement is probably somewhere in between Super Metroid and Zero Mission. Like, it's a lot more snappy like Zero Mission, but the wall jump is easier to do, but then the control amount feels closer to... No, the wall jumping probably feels more like Zero Mission there. But yeah, it's just... This guy was making this on his own, and I think not really publicizing that he was working on it much. And then, you know, kind of like stealth released it. It blew up, got big, and then yeah, got cease and desisted. Very quick. Hey, look at that, we got tutorial prompts. I think like officially it got to version 1.1, and then that was it. Now, I will say I don't know everything that is in this community version, like what they've updated, outside of, like I mentioned, I know it has mod support. But if you were around at the time, the funny thing as well, obviously, was this got put out, and then Nintendo, you know, cease and desisted it. And, you know, as much as that will upset some people, like, they were in their right. And considering that that year at E3, they, like, out of nowhere announced, hey, we're making a remake of Metroid 2. Hey, Doom-Maddox here. Welcome. Yeah, this is a fan remake of Metroid 2 on the Game Boy. A game that got released and then cease and desisted very quickly, but you can still, you know, find it if you're eagle-eyed enough. And just in case anyone comes in or on the VOD asks, no, I cannot help you find it. What have I been up to other than Metroid? Well, we finished Eco on the weekend. Because I was ill, we ended up just doing... I didn't have multiple games going on, so we ended up just playing Eco. But that was a lot of fun. I'd started Eco before, but never finished it, and that was just great. Talking about cease and desist, did you see what Activision has been doing? No, actually. Like, not specifically. I know, like, general stuff going on. I know, you know, Bobby Kotick's being a fucking dumbass. Like, putting out an article claiming, oh, you know, there's no widespread problem at Activision, even though we've got all these fucking lawsuits to prove it. And then, like, claiming he's not anti-union, but then claiming that unions are the cause of most of their problems, and... Oh. But I haven't heard anything about specific cease and desists, no. Alright. I will say, this is probably the... and I think all versions are like this, but it's one of the few Metroid games where you start off with a decent amount of power-ups, because it was meant to be like a direct follow-up to Metroid 1. So we already have missiles, we already have the Morph Ball. But yeah, they announced, oh, Nintendo announced they're remaking Metroid 2 themselves, and it's the one that Mercury Steam did. And I do really like that game. But in terms of like the differences and what I like about each one, that'll kind of come up as we go through, because it's been a while since I played them both. Alright, Dumac says, Activision sent out cease and desist letters to Xibes and a Call of Duty fan project that has a ton of multiplayer stuff and uses a bunch of... Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a shame. That's probably one of those things where it's like, yeah, they're in the right, but like, who does it harm? I didn't know there was any projects though. It's kind of interesting because I know there are some other prevalent... Oh, okay, they have their own servers and multiple Advanced Warfare and Ghosts. Wow, Ghosts even. I didn't even know people play Ghosts. I just remember like how like tepid the reaction was to Ghosts. Oh. So here we are, we're at like the start and the main gimmick of this game, which is that we have evolved Metroids. And we'll kind of see it more as we go through, but one of the big gimmicks is that a lot of this game is going to areas and hunting down and trying to find all the evolved versions. Here we go. Plutonium's trying to take down a lot of their own stuff before getting the cease and desisted. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame there's not an easy way for people to do fan projects for stuff. I understand why some companies are so strict with it, and a lot of it is because legally you have to. Because there's weird stuff with copyright law where if you don't protect your rights enough, you essentially lose them. The most typical example is when brand names kind of become synonymous with the regular name for stuff. You know, like when people talk about like Q-tips or sellotapes or Hoovers instead of vacuum cleaners, stuff like that. Nintendo actually were a big risk of that in the 80s. They had to push really hard to stop people from calling video game consoles Nintendos, because they almost lost like the rights to the name in the US because of it. The dumbest cease and desist letter was to a guy who made a client for Black Ops 3 that makes the game playable and makes it so you don't get hacked. You have to buy the game. So yeah, no, that's a shitty one. That's very Grand Theft Auto Take-Two kind of behavior there. You buy the third one, yeah? Yeah. That's always, yeah. And, you know, copyright law and all that kind of stuff, it's so biased towards the big companies with the money, and it's so broken and so obviously needs a page one rewrite because it was all written like decades ago before digital information existed. But no one will get it rewritten. Right, let's read this quick. The massive cave system is located between two tectonic plates, largely flooded by extremely dense and caustic substance similar to magma. The recent earthquake that altered the cave layout and hazardous substance has drained to lower levels. The cause of the earthquake is unknown. Initial orbital scan of SR388 detected no instability in this region. There's our map. There's our briefing. Yep, exterminate all Metroids and try and find... Here we go. SR388, a remote planet absent on most galactic charts. Federation research indicates it is the natural homeworld of the Metroid species. Its outer crust is hollowed out with massive cave systems, which are home to an ecosystem that is yet to be fully studied. The first expedition revealed the existence of Chozo ruins. So yeah, I think this is specific to this version, that the creator just wrote like all this lore stuff. But yeah, that, you know, it's recent news, so I'll talk about it, but it reminds me of, you know, the GameCube and Wii emulator Dolphin was going to get released on Steam, and then like right before it was going to get released, Nintendo sent a cease and desist claiming it violated their copyright. And there was some confusion about it, because I saw in one article posted about it, a lot of the comments thought, oh, Nintendo's in the right because they've put like BIOS files in the client, and that's not actually true. What they're claiming is that, what Nintendo's claiming, they're not saying, oh, it has like encryption stuff ripped from the console. It's claiming that by bypassing its encryption keys, that violates its copyright because of like laws around that. Now, it's arguable that that's not actually accurate, that that's not violating copyright law, because there are exemptions for like when you own your own stuff. And the law language is specific. It says like, oh, you're not allowed to do it to gain access or something, but technically you already access a product you own, so using an emulator to run a game that you own isn't like giving you access to any, like, it's complicated. But it's one of those things where like legally it looks like they should be wrong, but then there's no proper legal precedent when it comes to this. Like, yes, there's legal precedent that says emulators are legal, but nothing about this specific case, which is a bit more specific. Hang on, I remapped my controls to like a custom way, so I gotta kind of learn what I've mapped them to. And it could be a situation where if it did go to court, Nintendo would just end up winning because they'd have more money, and, you know, Dolphin's like an open source emulator, and yeah. But yeah, I do wonder if this would have kind of stood on its own and not have gotten immediately shut down had Nintendo not been working on their own Metroid 2 remake at the same time. But I'll plainly say, like, Metroid... Oh. Samus Returns and this are very different games. Like, because the original is so basic, that they kind of reimagine stuff in their own original ways. Max says, I mean, if you own the game, you should be allowed to trade it. Yeah, exactly. And there are some laws that specifically, it's like right to repair stuff, though there is some issues with that. Where, you know, companies are able to, you know, get away with not allowing right to repair and stuff like that. I'm really bad at explaining this stuff, and I definitely don't remember all the technical terms and the laws. There's a YouTube channel. I've shouted him out before. It's Video Game Esoterica. Did a video recently talking about that case and the specific laws that should protect the Dolphin emulator. Yeah. That Activision one, I kind of wonder if, like, you know, if those small groups were able to fight those claims a lot easier, if that's one they would lose legally, because, like, what copyright is that violating exactly? But again, it's one of those things where the current laws are kind of written in a way where it's a little vague, and it's kind of unproven what the terms mean. Do you know what Activision does to take down custom maps that have full movies in them? I assume the thing there is obviously that the full movies are not owned by Activision, so it wouldn't even be up to them. But that's funny that that stuff is easier to get away with. And it's weird why it's like, because you're reminding me of like mentioning a project that has like oh, here we go, we can't do this yet, we don't have bombs. Activision's like assets, because there's a program on PC called Clone Hero, which is like the fan version of Guitar Hero, where you can make custom songs on PC, and it's got like a lot of customization. It's, you know, if you're familiar with like Step Mania or Into the Groove for Dance Dance Revolution or Osu, it's that, but for Guitar Hero. And that's been using like assets from Guitar Hero World Tour for years, and it's like, and as far as people can tell, Activision is aware of it, but they've never gone after it. Like, it wouldn't be the end all, because, you know, you just have to hire people to make you replacement assets for it, if it did happen. Oh, Golden Temple. Here we go. This temple stands at the base of a hollow mountain. The statues, carved stone, and its solid design attest that the structure was built to be a sanctuary, possibly with religious significance. The temple has withstood the test of time, showing the building knowledge and experience of the Chozo. Scans detect the presence of stationary robotic entities placed in strategic points inside the structure. No control signals are detected. These units are operating autonomously. So this is interesting, actually, because mechanically all these log entries and things like that is actually closer to Metroid Prime series. That's the one that's had all like the audio logs and things like that. The GTA stuff is like very complicated, because like it seems to be that Rockstar and Take-Two have like no communication going on. So Rockstar and the Ground Floor developers themselves are fine with a lot of the mod stuff, but Take-Two, the company, is the ones that every so often are just like, nah. You know, I'm pretty sure these are all fan-made assets, but man, these look really close to the Zero Mission assets. But I'm pretty sure these are all original. There we go. Oh. Hell yeah. There we go, missile tank. But yeah, so I wanted to mention it earlier. I've mentioned it already a bit. But the first time I played this fan game was, what would you call it? It was a homebrew version for PlayStation Vita. The PlayStation Vita is kind of a fun system because its homebrew system has allowed for some like really crazy stuff on there. Like people have made homebrew versions of like the Scum engine for Doom, Quake, even like Quake 2 and Quake 3, Duke Nukem. There's like a lot of crazy stuff that people have made for you know, running custom stuff on there. And I think like stuff that straight up, ooh, stuff that like makes the Vita like a really like it's a worth having if you do the soft modding stuff. But there are two versions of this on the Vita. There's one I found that I don't know where these modifications came from, but it was a version that tried, I guess it was to try and like stop another cease and desist from happening, where all the copyrighted term like Samus and Metroids and stuff like that, all that had been renamed, I guess to try and prevent Nintendo from striking it again. But that was based on like an old version, like it wasn't an updated version. Oh, okay, we can't go in there yet. But that version, yeah, it was based on an old version, so though it would run okay, there's a specific boss that would break. Which, you know, when it comes up, I'll show it. But basically, you get soft locked once you got to a certain boss. So unless you say you skip a sequence break, you are screwed. But I found someone else who actually was making updates, and it turns out there's some drama behind it. That version I played was pretty decent, but it crashed all the time. When I did that playthrough, I think I was like hitting save points like every 1 to 2 minutes, like as often as I could. In a lot of cases, like going out of the way to hit save points, because at some point it was like I was losing so much progress. But I had no other option. The Mac version didn't work. I didn't have a PC at the time, so you know I had to make do. And I don't remember how, but I think I ended up talking to the person behind the Vita version at some point. I think I might have had a technical question or something. And oh, I remember. So I think what I did is I first was trying to find out like, hey, why doesn't this work? What's going on? And I talked to the people at the community updates, which is the subreddit, and I mentioned, oh, I'm playing this version. And then once I said I was playing that version, they came around and they said like, yeah, sorry, we can't give you support for that version because we don't endorse it. And I don't want to start beef, but I have to talk about this, I think. Their reasoning for not endorsing it I don't know if I can do this yet. No. Okay, I'll wait on that. Maybe if you're like really good at oh, there's the spider ball. If you're really good at bomb jumps, you could probably do that. But those devs told me that they don't they don't endorse or supply much support for the Vita version, because to get homebrew apps onto a Vita, you have to use the Vita source development kit code, the SDK, And that's not reverse engineered. That's like the actual Vita SDK that got leaked. So it's technically like pirated software. And apparently, like, according to the guy who was working on one of the Vita versions, apparently at first the devs were okay with him, and then they got funny about this supposed... Look, oh. I'm not going to do that for too long. They got funny about the fact he was using the Vita SDK. My hot take on it is like, okay, you're totally within your right to do that, and I understand it. But it seems a little odd to me, because... Okay, so you don't want people... You don't want to support or work with the guy working on the Vita version because it uses the SDK and that's copyrighted, right? Fair enough. But you're working on a fan game that violates copyright law, right? Like, am I wrong? Like, that seems a bit kind of... Like... Oh, how do you activate this? Oh, okay. So we go, I got the spider ball here. Which is kind of crazy. They should do some, like, really crazy stuff in these games. But, and I want to say I think it has more freedom of use in this than it does in the 3DS one. I think the 3DS one, you can only use it on specific surfaces. But I don't know. And I think at some point I ended up contacting the actual guy who was working on that Vita version, because I had some questions or some issues with bugs. And he mentioned, like, issues with crashes. And apparently, the guy couldn't fix them because he was working with, like, out-of-date source code. And the people working on the community version weren't willing to give him new code. And again, this is all alleged because I have no way to verify this, but he told me, he claimed that someone had given him, like, when they were kind of reluctantly supporting him, he was given, like, dodgy code that he thought, at least in his opinion, he was like, oh, this was purposely to sabotage me because they gave me code that was already broken or something. I don't know. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up because it's like, oh wow, even this stuff has its weird drama with, like, different... There we go. But I just found that it was just such a crazy story. Like, and you know what? My judgment there is probably a bit unfair because I understand wanting to be cautious. You already got, you're working on a project that, you know, got cease and desisted by Nintendo. And your kind of workaround on it is that, you know, you're just creating a patcher. Though I don't know if that was always the case. I think at some point they were actually, like, releasing a modified client, but now it's like, no, you have to own the original version and then this patches it. Which maybe that's how they kind of get away with it, but I'm sure they're adding assets that would still be considered, like, copyright infringement. So I don't know. But it could also be like that guy was not being, you know, very forward with me, and maybe the claim that maybe it was more just a hardware issue that the Vita was just not able to run this very well because of issues with RAM and shit like that. Exploring. There we go. And I want to go this way actually because there was those items. Also, I like it the save stations regen your health. I like that when they let you do that. Okay, let's see. Okay, I want to go up here first. But yeah, I was just found that story funny for some reason. Just like, oh wow, even this project, after the fact, there's like people getting into shit. Oh. I should really look up though and figure out like what all the changes are to this. I know a little bit because I believe the version I played on Vita had some of the community changes. I know they added like a built-in randomizer mode. That was something. Added by the community. Here we go. Oh. Nice. But I don't think much of the base game's changed. I know they added that. They also added I think they added Fusion mode, which is a hard mode that like makes the game harder, but it also makes it work like Metroid Fusion, where most of your like all your health pickups and weapon pickups you can only get from and like the X parasites. But I haven't really messed with that mode. Funny enough, that was also in the 3DS remake. Though I think that might have added it first. Though unfortunately there, it's locked behind a fucking amiibo. There's no way to play it unless you have an amiibo. And I think they actually got like a lot of backlash for that, though they never, you know, patch it out or anything. That's what I remember hearing is like, yeah, people were really upset about that. And obviously it's not in Metroid Dread, because Metroid Dread, spoilers, has X parasites in it. Man, they're just throwing missiles at me. Oh, okay. But based on my memories of doing the 3DS remake, I do think a lot of this is mostly original, whereas like the original was a lot more basic. So most of this, like stuff like that, and a lot of the art design and things like that is original. I'm curious how I'm gonna feel, because when I finished let's see, where are we? Probably have to go that other way. Just trying to remember if there's any secrets here. Oh. Might as well see what's up here. I do have a vague memory of there being a secret around here. God, I do love how speedy the morph ball is in this. It's like no fucking around, you just go. Alright. Okay, yeah, we probably need to go back to the left and down. I will say, like, in terms of the structure and the kind of openness of the map, I think this ends up being more open than the 3DS one. 3DS one's a bit more guided, whereas this is probably closer to a Metroid and Super Metroid with its open-endness. But there's little bits I ended up liking more about each one. I think at the time, and I think it was partly done because people just found it funny or they were like mad about the project being taken down, but there was a lot of insistence that like, oh no, the fan one's like better in every way. And obviously it's subjective, but there's some stuff I remember liking less. We've only done it a little bit. Oh, here we go. But I remember the Omega, the different forms of the Metroids, which I think if I go here, no, hang on. Oh yeah, so there's like Alpha. So we've met the Alphas, but there's a couple of other ones as well. Keep forgetting I've got the charge beam. Oh yeah, they kept that as well. I forget which Metroid game added that, but yeah, the scatter bombs, cluster bombs, it's always fun. Oh, got a new one. But I remember in this, I find a lot of the Metroid fights a bit uninteresting, like the Alpha and Omega ones and the different forms. I think 3DS did a better job of giving them interesting stuff, mainly because just like the parry and just the way they changed the combat there. You know, we'll see it. What I'll try and do is, as soon as we're done with this, obviously I'll think of another game to kind of throw in the cycle, but I don't think I'll take like much of a break. We'll like immediately start the 3DS remake. Alright. Breeding grounds. This area spans a custom-built ecosystem that favors the growth of Metroids. The terrain itself is dangerous. Tendrils growing along the ground release extremely corrosive chemicals. Opportunistic predators and scavengers can recognize this as an ideal feeding ground, taking advantage of injured or dead animals. The presence of at least one Metroid is expected when venturing into these habitats. The tendrils are determined to be of artificial origin. Synthesized through technologically advanced methods, they absorb nutrients from dead matter. But okay, so talking just like the gimmick of Metroid 2 and how it's reimagined here, but the whole expanding and changing map, like when you do stuff in the story, it causes like, you know, like physical changes to the environment, like stuff drains, for example. Oh. Okay. So we've already seen a little bit of it. Oh, that was a bad jump. I find the Alpha Metroids, and I don't know about the other forms. There we go. Oh, nice. We cheesed him there. I find their weak point actually, like, kind of awkward to hit. Because they charge at you, like, straight. But you can only really hit them from below. I think the 3DS one gives them a different pattern that makes it so you have more opportunities to get underneath. Plus, they have the whole counter system that lets you do like the kind of like QTEs that give you loads of free hits. Alright, well, there's another Metroid thing here. But yeah, I believe the lore is like, this planet is the only place where Metroids can grow to these other forms. Like, you can kind of hit them from the front, but it's such a specific angle. Like, yeah, you have to manipulate their AI in a very specific way to, like, get shots on them. And I remember finding some of them, like, really awkward. Also, I think the charge beam brings stuff close to me, so... Ooh. Alright, so there's apparently one more Metroid in this area. That's what the counter at the top is. There we go. This as well, I don't think the boss arenas in the 3DS game are this kind of messed up. It's the only way I could put it, where it's like, oh yeah, you can't stand on the ground, it hurts you. Oh. But yeah, I just feel like I'm missing something, because getting... There we go. Sometimes it feels like... I do like there is that very minimal weak spot you can hit. Oh, stuff's changing. We've got vibrating controller. Let's see. I think that's probably one thing. It's a bit more guided, but I might argue the 3DS game does better. Is when you cause those, like, the stuff to drain and change the environment, it doesn't happen automatically. You have to go back to a specific point where you kind of upload your kills for an area, and that causes the change. Also, there's some of the music in the... Oh shit. Oh. I'm not doing good here. Oh, it's a color-coded thing. Its eyes do different... How are you not dead yet? There we go. That was like all my missiles. There we go. Okay, we can't jump up there yet, so that's for later. I think most of the extra encounters as well are original, because a lot of them, like that's not in the 3DS one. It is interesting, and I kind of wish we could see stuff like this of multiple reinterpretations of games when they're kind of modernized. Where it's like, you know, they have very different approaches to how they want to do things. But yeah, here we go. I think this is where stuff's changed now. Though, funny enough, this kind of path you take down here, where it kind of goes down in slopes, I actually do remember being in the 3DS one. So, like, that must be shared DNA from the original Game Boy game. Weird. Oh, okay. Okay, I don't think I can worry about that right now. I want to say this is kind of designed, though, that if you are really good at some of the advanced techniques, like doing bomb jumps and wall jumps, you can do some pretty crazy skips. I think that's something that the 3DS version has less, but we'll see when we get to it, if I can see any. I know it has a bunch of, like, glitches to get out of bounds, which is kind of fascinating to think about. That's not something you really think about with 2D Metroid, because, you know, it's... The 3DS one's the first time when they were actually using, like, a 3D-based engine. Alright, 7 Metroids detected in area. Oh! Can we make that? Nope. But of course... Oh, nope. Alright, so the spikes here seem to be the main way they kind of gatekeep you from using the spider ball from getting too far. Maybe I'm remembering wrong, but in my memory, the 3DS one... Oh. You know, I could be wrong, but I think only missiles work against... Yeah. Oh, pattern! Pattern! Pattern, hide up! Pattern, hide up! Oh man, I'm really happy about that. There are like non-Metroid bosses in this, and I remember all those being really cool. Okay, Hydro Station. The massive facility... Oh, shit. Careful, I kicked the cable. The massive facility at the center of this reservoir filters and pumps water throughout complex pipelines. These pipes come out of the complex and disappear into the surrounding rocks, presumably to supply other buildings further down the cave system with clean water. Though abandoned, most of it remains functional. So, funny enough, we can actually talk about one of the things I prefer in this, and I actually kind of wanted Metroid to start doing, but I think for technical reasons, kind of the way they optimize the way those games are made, the Mercury Steam ones. Hang on, I need some water. But all the past Metroid games, even the Prime games, have elevators between maps. So though it's one big interconnected world, most of the games kind of feel like, okay, these are like 4 smaller interconnected worlds that are connected via elevators. Though Metroid Fusion, right when you're right near the end of the game, there is a period where you get some kind of freedom where you can move between the 6 sectors without using the elevators. But we'll talk about that when we play that one. But this entire game, and you can kind of see with the color coding they're showing it, but this entire game is on one map. There are no loading elevators that take you to a map that looks different. just straight up, like, this is all one continuous map, like no loading, no elevator transitions. So that's closer to how the Igarashi Castlevania games is done, okay? The Igavanias. So, Symphony of the Night onwards. And I really like that approach, because to me, it feels more immersive. I guess just because I play too many video games. Oh, whoop, never mind. Woo! Oh god, these things are a pain. Hey, Minnie. Can you, not climb on my desk, Minnie? No, off. Oh. Back on the bed. Go on. Don't just sit there and scratch. Stop that. There, look, I'll do it. Oh, fine. As long as you sit there and be good, you're fine, Minnie. Just... Oh, there we go. Sorry about that, folks. I don't know why, she's been, like, really big on sitting on my desk today. I find it interesting, actually. Some of the music in this feels more like Metroid Prime than it does main Metroid, though they're all composed by the same guy, I think. Or at least most of them are, but let's see. At least from like Super Metroid onwards, I believe it's all the same composer. Oh. Minnie, no. You're in a funny mood, Minnie. Alright, good. Oh, hey, this is a Metroid Fusion boss. A territorial organism. Its armored hide is very resilient and requires at least a high voltage discharge to disarm it. Attacking with anything less will only agitate the creature when enraged. It will roll into a ball and attempt to ram its aggressor. Bombs might be able to propel it in this state. Its saliva has flammable properties, and its claws can vibrate at high frequencies to launch sonic waves. Scans detect it has acquired a Chozo relic. Oh wow. Alright. Yeah! Alright, well these are all, I'm pretty sure these are all like new attacks, because in Fusion, this is like one of the first bosses you fight, and it's really basic. It's mostly just a tutorial fight. Oh fuck this green ball. Ah! Well, there we go. Good thing there was a save there, though. I definitely think I could do this fight smarter, though, so... Minnie, just go back on the bed. There you go. Oh. There we go. I forgot about this. I'm pretty sure the way this boss fight works is all original. That, like... This whole, like, oh, you bounce it into the electricity gimmick. Oh. Minnie, what is up with you? Oh, I might have to sort her out in a sec. Come on, come on. There we go. Oh, that was close. Hey, spring ball! Nice. So there we go. We can... There we go. So that's a pretty big deal. I think always a hallmark of a really good Metroid game is one where you actually pick up power-ups, like, very frequently. Like, I think maybe that's why I like Zero Mission so much, because it's just such a condensed experience, plus just, you know... it having extra power-ups added to it. Oh shit. Oh. There we go. It does seem like the strat is to kind of jump over them and force them into doing circles. But yeah, I don't know. Whoa. Oh yeah, this area. I remember this area being very different to anything that's in the 3DS one. Has some like unique ideas that aren't really in other Metroid games. Let's see. Look at this crazy shit. Yeah, see you later, mate. But yeah, again, look how far we've traveled, and there's just... It's all one map. I just love that style. I'm glad to be replaying this though, because I didn't remember like a lot of this music, and this is easily like one of my favorite tracks so far. This legit sounds like it could be in a Metroid Prime game. Huh. Hmm. Not sure how you get in there yet. Oh, you know what? I think from underneath, actually. Yeah, I'm looking at that underneath. There we go. Look at that. Environmental clues. I love it. Also reminds me a bit of music from Subnautica. Has a similar vibe to this. Subnautica has like a really good soundtrack. Alright. Also, God, this game just moves so fast as well. That's why I end up recommending like a lot of the ROM hacks to Metroid games, because they make some elements of it just like so quick and snappy. Ones that will like speed up elevators or make it faster to transition between like different modes, or the morphball like movement speed is just faster. Huh. Okay, I don't think these are actually connected. Hmm. Let me just confirm. Some people moan about it, but I think this is some of the stuff like this is why I didn't mind the like area scan from the 3DS game, because it just meant, oh, I don't have to go around this room you know, throwing bombs into all the walls or missiles. Because the only game that had like the X-ray beam was Super Metroid, and the beam's like so narrow as well. It takes ages to use it. Oh, let me be more careful. Oh, okay, so the charge thing there has limited range. I have to remember that. Alright, what's down here? Oh. Ow. There we go. Oh, nice. High jump. Oh, nice. Alright, so now we've got some real... some real jump height now. Awesome. There we go. Oh. Alright, well let's go back a bit. Oh. There we go. Oh, that's a bit awkward. You know, it looks like we're not going to get that many energy tanks, but I don't think that's actually the case. I think that might be misleading there. I think the amount might change. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, I remember this bit. Just fun. Go on a spin cycle. Oh, another power up. Nice, wave beam. Alright, guess we're going back up now. Hell yeah! Alright, well let's check this way. Oh. I think the wave beam is also really good for helping you find hidden blocks now as well. Going at quite a brisk pace actually. It's awesome. Oh, broken save point. Let's see. Okay. I don't think we're done in this area, but I don't think we can go to the right. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Oh yeah, we've already been in there. Alright, let's have another look over here. Oh. Wrong button, sorry. Whew. Now, while I'm here, we'll safety save. There we go. Oh, look, there we go. Oh, I didn't mean to fall down, though. Oh, that missed. Oh, dear. Okay, let's give this another try. Oh, that was too early. Oh, there we go. Oh. Thought I was gonna miss the jump. Turns out, nope, that was the... Oh. Wonder if analog would be a good idea. The game also does allow you to use analog. Oh, but I have analog walk turned off. So maybe not. Oh! I keep overcorrecting that jump. Come on, Johnny, you could do it. There we go. Oh, God. I think you can, like, stick them into weird patterns more, those Alpha Metroids in this. So I'd be curious about is how many of those Metroid fights there are in each version. Come on, I'll just try to... Many, really? Why do you have to sit on the desk right now? I forget, but I think those stone creatures do something later. You know, I'm doing that, but I don't think that's the way to go, actually. I remember that they kind of let you do a lot of, like, crazy wall climbs if you want. Oh yeah, how did I forget about all this? Okay, whatever that is we can't use yet. Oh, there we go. It's overcomplicating that a bit. Oh, nice. I think the music... That's a nice transition for the music. I really like that. Oh. Oh, this feels like a... Yep. What a messed up place to make you fight one of these. But yeah, I'm curious, but I don't remember if the 3DS one changes the amount of Metroids you have to fight or not. It's a funny thing, obviously. It makes sense, but like I think a criticism of both this and the 3DS remake. Oh, apparently there's an item here. Is, you know, the repetitive nature of having to fight those Metroids. But of course, it's a remake of a game where that's what you do, so... And they, you know, they kept that element the same, so... You know, if you outright removed it, would it have... Would it have, like, took away too much of what the game is? Oh. Come on. Come on, fella. Come on. No. Asshole. There we go. And I don't think the 3DS one ever has, like, environments as precarious as this. Where you've got these, like, single tile blocks and you're fighting boss arenas in them. God, this song reminds me of a specific game, but I can't think of what the name of it is. But with that, like, digitized, like, choir noise. Like, a little bit of Halo, but I don't think that's the game I'm thinking of. I think it's something more like PS2 era, I think. PS1 era, sorry. Look at the platform in here. Oh. Oh. Great. Great. Yep. Saw that coming. Yeah, I don't know about the other forms of the Metroids, but I remember, yeah. That would be my main criticism of this. It's Metal Gear Solid 1, that's it. Some of this kind of reminds me of the Psycho Mantis songs. Oh man, did we get like any saves? I guess I'd have to like backtrack to that save point. Maybe I should do that after like a certain amount of time. There we go. Maybe doing this one first is good, because then this one's out the way. I think this might be a stronger form, because it has those, like, little legs. Look at that, it's learning how to fucking dodge as well. Come on, come on. There we go. Okay, yeah, so the last two are up a bit, but that's fine, because I'll go, Oh, wait! Oh, shit. That's the beta one. Hang on. Minnie, stop going on there. Hi, Elsueno. Sorry, I had to move my cat because I actually could not see the chat. She keeps wanting to sit on the desk for some reason. Even though the bed is like right next to it. To be fair, I think the, like, how hard it is to kind of hit the weak point on the Metroids is very in line with the original as well. I think that's something they kind of toned down in the 3DS remake. But I could be talking about my ass there. I might just be remembering it wrong. What am I doing? There we go. I find it interesting, there's apparently a item hidden there. Oh, I see it. How'd you get there? Well, not like that. Also don't know how much of the music in this is like original compositions or if it's all remixes of Metroid 2 tracks. I know that starting one, they're like da 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 da. That's from the original. Here, let's go save so I don't have to do that again. There we go. Woo! Alright, yeah, you can go sit over there, Minnie. That's fine. Just got to sit on a plug-and-play console. A really bad one that my sister wants to see if I can fix an issue with it. Oh yeah, here you are. It's, like, obviously that's like exploiting the AI there a bit. I just wish, because especially with how many of these there are. Hang on, sorry. Alright. Okay, so probably just above the save point is where the next one is. But yeah, this is still a amazing ass Metroid game, which again is really funny because it's not even an official one. Though the guy who made this, I believe, works on... I think he was contracted to help another developer that made their own kind of Metroid-style game. But I forget which one. Huh. Oh, I see. Surprised they didn't try and go up here. Let's see what's up here. Whoops. Might as well have a look down here, but, you know, I don't have the gravity suit yet. I think the gravity suit's the one that always gives you better underwater movement. Oh, shit. Oh, that's fun. There are a lot of original ideas in this as well. Like, this is stuff like you just have never really done in a Metroid game. Have, like, physicsy kind of based things happen. Oh shit, there's the last one of the area. Oh great, yeah, we have to deal with water here. Come on. Oh, there we go. There you go. Got a rumble. Means something's changed. Haha. Alright, off we go. Oh, weird. Okay. But yeah, if you notice, like, there's a lot of kind of more momentum-based, like, bomb jumping physics in this, which I think is, like, very... Hey, there we go. Fire suit is only in this, really. No, there is a little bit of that in Dread with the cross bombs. Though you end up, like, not really using them that much in that game. There we go. Got the orange suit now. Huh. Yeah, I don't remember how you get into some of those rooms. I'm curious, actually. Hang on. Nah, okay. Okay, yeah, we still got underwater movement. But we're done with this area for now. Actually, no, okay. It's quicker to just gain momentum and run. That's interesting. I guess this suit's missable, is it? Let me check something. I assume that does other stuff as well. Oh, there we go. We've got the Gamma Metroids now. Try and remember if this suit does anything else. Like if it gives you heat resistance or anything like that. But yeah, don't worry about stuff like missed items. Because like most Metroid games, you intentionally cannot get everything the first time you go to an area. And when we get to it, we'll get to like one of my favorite things about this version and this game in general. Though again, in some ways, it's not the first one to do it, but there is an interesting take on fast travel. Metroid, the 3DS one and Metroid Dread also do have fast travel systems, but they are more traditional style, where you actually take a teleporter that are in set areas. Which, man, some of the earlier ones actually could have used that. Let's see, just want to check something quick. Okay. Also, I've got some Discord pins. Are they important ones? Oh, I did. Okay. So I have to check. Sometimes I get stuff on Discord that can be really important. Luckily, that's not. I can deal with that later. Alright, there you go. There's another environmental change. I think the 3DS one might make it more that you're draining the environment, but I think here you like physically move the environment. Though that's much like how the DS one is. I keep forgetting, by the way, there's this version has an added feature where you can just press a button to go into Morph Ball. You don't have to double tap down. Oh. Okay, we've got 10 Metroids here. I did not mean to do this. I think you drain some stuff as well, but I can't remember if the 3DS one has the same kind of like, oh, the environment just changed design. Huh, interesting. I have a feeling what this is about. Yep. Okay, so that's for later. For doing Shine Spark. We can't go that way yet. Let's go up for now. Ooh. Don't mind if I do. Oh man. Really looking forward to getting the wide beam. Ow. Alright. Let's go this way next. Oh, that's a... Oh, okay. There we go. Well, something tells me we're going to get the Shine Spark real soon. Oh yeah, this. I forgot. It's got this going on as well. There are some legit, like, really inventive ideas that are only in this. Like, for as long as the guy who made this spent on this, it is a good thing that he's now working on original stuff as well. I forget what it was. I don't know if it was Axiom Verge or Ori and the Blind Forest. I think he like helped out on one of those. I have played the first Ori and the Blind Forest. I really liked it, but my main issue was just the combat was really weak. It felt very disconnected from your actions because you weren't like attacking with your... Oh wow, we've already got the space jump. Wow. You weren't attacking with your character, you were like attacking with a wisp that was like attached with your character. So all the attacks were kind of like weird homing attacks. Oh shit. Chorizo, okay. Not chorizo, don't get confused. Analysis of the Sentinel shows evidence of unknown organic tissue, most of it concentrated in the torso region. The Terizo's armor plating is light enough to give it great mobility but leaves it vulnerable to standard weapons. According to Chozo history records, the construction of such advanced types of sentries was performed exclusively by the most gifted, created with biological matter and mechanical components. This makes it difficult to reliably calculate its combat abilities. Alright. One thing I didn't do that I tend to do in most I haven't really looked up to see oh shit. Every Metroid game has like very interesting quirks with how damage numbers work. Just like how in some games missiles are like the strongest thing, and then in other games they're not, and you actually just want to charge shot everything. Oh shit. He's not done. This is entirely original as well. I think this is where this version excels for sure. Oh man, I don't remember a lot of this. I was kind of curious how this playthrough was going to go, because it's a game I've played before, but I've only played it once, unlike pretty much every other Metroid, except for the other Metroid 2 remake. Like, even Metroid Dread at this point, I've replayed. There we go. Okay, still looks like missiles are the strongest weapons. So now we're really powerful for mobility, because now we can just do this. Industrial complex. I actually don't know how long this is. Again, when I played it, it kept crashing on my PlayStation TV. I'd prefer the Japanese name. The Japanese name is Vita TV, but for some reason in the West they renamed it PlayStation TV. I guess just to get the name of the Vita off of it. Okay. This factory assembles worker drones which are tasked with supplying SR-388's facilities with replacement parts that keep them running autonomously. Though time has left its mark, the machines have kept it intact. Some combat drones are also constructed here. Robotic workers are malfunctioning and show signs of aggression. Alright. Oh, nice save point. Oh shit. You know what? These ones are actually easier to manipulate into going above you than the alpha ones. There we go. Oh, more Shine Spark stuff. The idea of missile doors in this game is kind of funny, actually, considering you start with missiles anyway. I guess it's more of an ammo check in this than anything else. Unless there's a mode in this where you don't start with missiles. Yeah, baby, that's what I've been waiting for. I should have kept running though. Oh, let me Oh, really? Oh, yeah, okay, it's one of these. Oh, yep, okay. And then you have to jump. There we go. Oh. Huh. And there's an item in... Oh. Haha. Oh, I missed... That's annoying. There we go. So that's why I like just a little item scan area thing. Oh, nearly. I completely forgot I have space jump. Alright, let's go down this way. Alright. Got a few different paths. I'm going to assume this is the right way. Yep. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Okay, that's just a shortcut back. I keep forgetting I've got that morph ball shortcut. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, that's a shine spark thing. Oh. There we go. That was close. Alright, let's go down this way. I don't know if there's... No, I don't think there is a zoom out button, but I still just love this. This one big continuous map. I don't know why. I was going to say earlier, I think I cut myself off, but it feels very... like, oh, I can see the code of a video game if that in past Metroid games where they have to, you know, like segment off areas with elevators. It's like I can see, oh, this is where the loading is, you know? Oh, yeah, this. Oh, God, there's so many weird little bits I forget about. Just weird little, Oh. Okay, you have to do this a few times, I remember that. Oh, okay, I need another mine here. Okay, let me do that bit first then. Doop, doop. Whew, okay. Okay, that's almost there. I think I'm just going to take one more to the right there now. And then I can come in myself. Okay. I'm not sure how long I'm going to go for today. I might not go too much longer. Oh. Well, I already messed up. It's kind of the funny thing about this being a remake. Like, yeah, it's a remake. It does have a lot of just entirely original concepts, and oh, I shouldn't have broken that floor yet. That's actually made that way harder to get across now. You know, just stuff that wasn't in the original at all. There we go. Oh. Oh, I'm dumb. I just wasted time there. Sorry about that. Hey, super missiles. There we go. It's quite a significant upgrade. Considering we're in an area where I don't know if the... Well, okay, you need the super jump there unless you were going to do the... It's a bit cheeky though, the map did not fill out where the robot's been. Trying to think what would be a good stopping point. Don't know if I want to clear like all the Metroids in this area, because that's still quite a lot of them. Oh, fuck that guy. Okay, let's see what's down here. Oh no. What? How did I get back up there? Hey, low tier TV, thank you for the follow. Why am I stuck under lava? I don't know. There we go. Do the wall jump strats. There we go. Appreciate any follows. Man, it's taken a while, but we're slowly edging to 100. As little as it sounds, I am proud to reach that. Oh no. Oh god, what? This is a shitty place to have to fight one of these. Wow, I got a lot of free hits in there. Oh, that was entirely luck. Man, put all your stat points into luck. I need to set up a few more like stream elements, little custom things, because I only have that one of Faust crawling across the screen. As much as I like it, it was really time consuming to make. I have it saved on another computer, but I have like all the sprites from Guilty Gear, I think it's XX. But turning them into like, I think I had to like turn them into GIFs, because you can't do this from stream elements, and adjust like the exact speed you want. And in some cases, to do that, you have to like double up on the amount, like to make a frame appear longer than you want. You have to like just double the image. It's a little annoying. Okay, well I think I need to go back up, so here, we'll save here first. There we go. Oh yeah, I haven't been across this way yet. It's funny to me how much this music to me comes off like Prime music more than typical Metroid. But again, not in a bad way. Yo, what's up? Yo, welcome to the channel, Glizzy-chan. Welcome to the stream. Oh. Dealing with the... I somehow have more trouble with this form of the Metroids than I do the Gammas. Even though the Gammas are supposed to be stronger. There we go. Woo! Oh yeah, love that. Alright, let's see. Okay, we're gonna go all back up now. Come on. Nope. There we go. Alright, this way. Yeah. Oh, no, 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 no. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Sorry about that. This is a... yeah, speed thing. Okay. Gives ourselves all the running distance. Whoop. Yep. Right, back up. Something I still have to think about. Just kind of reminding myself of, you know, with this. Hardest playthrough's goal. Oh. My day's good. Just been, chilling out. Working on some music. Tested a PlayStation 3 game that I want to stream in the future. Oh, this looks like a tough... okay. We'll see how we do here, but this might take me a few tries. Yeah! Look at that first try! That's beautiful. If you're new to the stream, you won't know this, but I have a fascination with PlayStation move games on PlayStation 3. Specifically, there was a controller, official controller that Sony put out called the PlayStation Move Sharpshooter. It looks like an SMG, like the size of it, it's huge. It's like it's like this, it's probably about this big, not including like the stock which can extend. And you plug a PlayStation Move controller into it and it gives it like extra buttons and functionality, and there's a couple of PlayStation Move games that use it, and I got one of them today in the post. Hey, welcome to the stream. Oh yeah, you just followed me, Low Tier TV. Nice. And you chatted. Though I appreciate lurkers as well. Lurkers are always welcome. Oh, interesting. Oh, here we go. I got a little confused. I was like, wait a minute. I could just crouch and get that. Oh, that's all I meant to do. Right, let's keep going down for now. But it's just the image of seeing someone play like Killzone 3 or Spec Ops or any of the other like shooters on PlayStation 3 using that sharpshooter controller. It's just the funniest thing to me, and I've like slowly getting a hold of like all the PlayStation 3 games that supported it. So as I mentioned, it has specific functionality that of like just using a Move controller on its own doesn't give. It's not just like a plastic shell, which there are like plastic shell gun controllers. It has its like own buttons. What it results in is that the few kind of like first person and third person shooters that support it end up controlling like Metroid Prime 3 or Metroid Prime Trilogy on Wii. It's that kind of control. Oh, get off. Oh, that was going pretty good. There we go. I've recently also been working on getting PlayStation Move stuff working on PC because I want to do something with the recently dumped and released Castlevania the Arcade. And I haven't looked into it too much, but I'm curious if the sharpshooter controller, if you have like the PS Move plugged into it, if it picks up the extra buttons. The only problem is it's like getting other apps to recognize the PlayStation Move gyro stuff is not easy. Like getting the actual program that recognizes the gyro stuff, like that's not too bad. But then, you know, hooking that data into other programs, that's the thing I've got to solve. All right. You know, I might go until I've done all the Metroids here. Depends how long it feels like that's gonna take. Oh, hey, Super Missile Door. Oh, I think I remember this. Yeah. That path's nuts. I think you need like every power up to get in there. That's the way that one works. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go safety save. Call me paranoid, but I guess I got trained into safety saving after playing a version of this that crashed every 5 minutes. Dude, oh. let's try and just uncover as much of this. I get a little OCD. I really love having all the squares uncovered. I've left a few, and that's going to bother me, I know it, but I was trying to fight the urge. Oh, thank you. No, I appreciate any baghead appreciation here. And, hang on, how do we do this? This isn't even my final form. No, like, legit, I'm slowly working on more bagheads. I have 3. I have, like, 2 old ones that are just kind of standard cloth masks. But I want to make a better version of, like, this style. I want to be, like, more articulate. Fix some of the build quality issues that I didn't realize. I want to be a better baghead. A baghead you deserve. Let's see. Huh. How am I going to get out of here? Can I get out of here? Oh, this is where my bad memory comes to haunt me. Oh yeah, at some point I want to do a stream and then like edit to a video going about all my bagheads, but I want to get some of the newer ones made. I have like 2 in progress right now, but progress has been slow. Okay, I must be missing something. There must be another way out of here. I'm getting some vague memories that this might have happened the first time I played. Oh wait, there's somewhere I haven't been. Aha. Gotta pay more attention to the map. I play survival horror games, I should know that. Yeah, look, there's an area down there I haven't been to. A smart design though, because that blocker kind of stops me from leaving without having everything. Well, let's hope this is... Let's hope this is where I'm supposed to go. Ooh. I still don't know what I want to do with it. I also have like this massive document. At one point, a couple of years ago, I realized that enemies, it's very rare that they're like protagonists or co-stars, but bag-headed characters and enemies are actually kind of a common trope in video games. Enough, in fact, that I have like a list of, I think it's like 5 dozen, like it's a lot now, of just times where it's either a character that's solely defined as having a bag on their head, or like that's part of their character, or it's a character that you never see without one. And there's so many in games. Yeah, that's what I want. Wonder how that helps me get out, though. There's probably something this opens up now. Maybe? Let's see. Let me just check the map. I'm pretty sure those areas near the bottom of this area, I'm pretty sure that was lava down there. Oh, oh. Okay, let's look. Yeah, I don't think I want to go back down at this point. I don't know if... I can't remember which Metroid games have this, but I do like that you can recover your space jump in this. Because I don't think all of the games let you do that. Like, a lot of them, once you lose it, like if you get hit or you, you know, do that, you're not allowed to respin. Oh, interesting. Okay. Maybe I'm wrong, but I thought that area down there was just all lava. Alright, let's have more of a look around again. Probably should have picked up this wide beam earlier than I did. That's fine. Oh. Okay, that's a little... Oh, you know, I should have remembered that. That's how I fucking got in here. Okay, I'm just dumb. Well, whatever. It's a good thing I stayed to get the wide beam, though. That would have sucked if I had never come back for that. Alright, that's super missile. I can get there. I'm curious about some of these other paths, though. Oh, that's the wrong button. There we go. Okay, that's also super missile. Okay, let's do this one first. Okay, so that's still locked off. Oh! Oh, okay. Just fell back down here. Pretty sure down this way is lava, yeah. Oh yeah, I remember this area now. Oh! Oh, come on. Man, if you can hit that front sweet spot, it's very precise, but if you can hit it, oh, it's really satisfying. Right, hang on a sec. There we go. Let's go. Let's see what's up. Okay, yeah, that's the path back. There we go. Oh. Okay, yeah, just... I think this is where the last 4 of them are now. Ow. Oh. At least they don't do a lot of damage. Maybe that's like the intentional design of getting their weak points is tricky, but like Metroid Dread, I think all the bosses do a lot more damage to you per hit compared to what these are doing. Oh, really? There we go. Oh. Yeah, dark area. Not great with these. I don't think there's a power-up that really helps you out here. Oh. You know what? I just forgot. I have the spider ball. For a sec, I was like, wait, what do you do there? I was like, oh yeah. Just do that. Oh, this is not a fun place to fight one of these. Just gonna have to damage boost it, I think. There we go. Alright, 2 more. Where would those be? Oh, look at that. Okay, it's just a shortcut back up. Oh, I see. I see why I've missed the path. Yeah, we're going up. Hey, look at that light. Oh, straining my eyes there a bit. Oh, I see. It's underneath. Okay. Come on. There we go. I'm still missing one though. Maybe that door in the middle there, now that opens. Or maybe it's got to do with what's over here. Yep. Might swap out the So I'm using Xbox One Elite controller. It's the one where you can swap out the D-pad style. I think for this I'm going to swap next time. I think that might help with some of the directional stuff that I'm doing wrong. Come on, cut. Actually, I remembered, you can't see it right now. Maybe I'll get them moved. My fake background actually has my old bag heads in it. They're on display. There we go. Woo! Yep, rambling. Okay, so this way. Wow, the fact you can even respin from getting hit. I think that's definitely something you could not do in other other Metroid games. This feels like... Oh yeah, I remember this. This felt like it might be a setup for some sort of speed dash thing, but I don't know what. Okay, that lava's still there. I want to check out that room above, though. Yeah, this one. Does this open yet? No, it does not. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna have a little look ahead just so I know where I'm going. And then when I hit the first save point, that'll be the stop for today. Because yeah, that lava's still there. Also, there probably is an item in this room. I wonder where it would be. Oh. Not sure. That's fine. There we go. Here's our new path. Oh, this is a very different looking area. Alright, this is the research team, okay. The scientists constructed a small mobile research site within the cave system. The access tunnel leading to their research vessel has collapsed and all of their equipment is non-operational. Vital signs of all exosuits are flatlined and no survivors. Alright. Oh, this might be for like the... Okay. I won't talk about it yet. Just in case anyone ends up watching and this is their first time seeing this through. Oh shit! Now there are two of them! There we go. Yeah. I like this, the fact this game even has rumble support. Because sometimes it's very unexpected of fan games. Okay, well the environment changed again. Okay, no, so that's... I think I know what that's hinting towards. I believe there's some optional... Like, outside of just item collecting, I believe there's an entire optional, like, area and encounter you can do. Okay, so that lava hasn't changed, so I assume it's... in a previous room? As I mentioned at the start. Well, not even at the start, but earlier on, I think... the 3DS one is a little bit more clear about what effect you've had. Let's see, is this the way you go? Oh, it is. Nice. There goes our super missile blocker. Okay, yeah. When we hit a safe point down here, we'll stop. Because I think this is the next major area. Yep, mining facility. Cordite crystals are one of the most durable, naturally forming crystals in the galaxy. Though they are not as hard as diamonds, this makes them a more malleable resource. The Chozo found various practical uses for cordite in construction machinery or producing works of art. This mining facility supplies cordite and various other minerals to the industrial complex. I forget which game it is that really talks into like why the Chozo were messing with the Metroids and why their stuff's around where the Metroids are. But it's, I want to say they created the Metroids and they were gonna have a peaceful application, but then shit went bad, and then they're like, nope, get rid of these. Yeah. And that's why Samus's stuff works with these, because, you know, her suit of armor is Chozo made, because she was raised by the Chozo. We saw a bit of that kind of stuff in Zero, where they explain that. Huh. Oh. Nice. Keep digging. I can't. Yeah. I'm gonna probably set it up actually. I'm probably not gonna alternate games for a while. I'm gonna finish this and like immediately start the 3DS one, because I'm really curious of like what was kept the same and what was changed between the two versions. Oh, didn't mean to do that. As in like how much liberties did each one take? Let's see. Okay, there we go. This is our stopping point. There we go. Alright, give me a sec. there we go. Well, that was just a lot of fun. That's just a good-ass game. Even if it wasn't based on Metroid. And, you know, with how much... like, outside of lore stuff and obviously mechanics of the missiles and the familiar power-ups, there is a lot of stuff that's original to this. Especially compared to the 3DS game. I think the 3DS game in some ways might be a little more faithful. Where most of its changes are more like map... like, yeah, there's map design changes as well, but also like game feel with the parry. But oh man, is the parry so good in Metroid. Fucking Devil May Cry Royal Guard shit. It's awesome. Alright, so we're going to end up here. But I think Thursday, I think I'm just going to play more of this. Unless I end up getting that Castlevania stuff set up before then. But I feel like that, if I do have that set up, that's going to be on... that's going to be on a Saturday. I'd probably leave that for like a big day. But so yeah, so we've got more of this coming up. And then once we're done with this, I'm going to like immediately jump into the 3DS remake. Because I really want to see them like more side-by-side comparison than others. Also... I'm going to just mention it now in case any... I still don't know really what I'm going to do. But my birthday is actually coming up. It's, oh shit, it's not that far away now. It's 9 days away. It's next Sunday, the 18th. I don't normally stream Sunday, so maybe I'll do something the day before because I stream past midnight anyway, so it'll be my birthday during stream time. I'm not sure, but... there we go. Alright, well, just for funsies. Here, we're going to raid Moosh again. Moosh, they're playing Subnautica Below Zero. Never played Below Zero, but Subnautica's awesome. And I need to play it all the way through one day, but I need to get it on PC because the console versions suck ass. There we go. Start the raid. Even if it's just me, I don't care. 1 people, 2 people, I don't know. Alright, go raid. Hang on. So I can make sure my stream turns off. Have fun. Yeah, get your cake. Go, 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 go.